Hi, this is Brian with BC Gurus, and this is part 6 of the Web Pages module. In this video, we're going to be covering in-context editing. In-context editing allows your customers to edit their website as it would be normally presented in the browser. And this may be more comfortable for some of your customers because they're going to be able to see their changes visually as they appear on the website rather than in the normal BC content editor. Here we have a Business Catalyst template opened up in Dreamweaver Design View, and it's a pretty typical template. We have a content holder and a dynamic menu in the header. We have the standard tag underscore page content, which is representative of the content the customer can actually edit from within BC Admin. And then we have 3 divs of content hard-coded into this template, and you can see there are editable regions surrounding these. This editable region 1 has only 1 block of content. Editable region 2 has 2 blocks of content. To use in-context editing, you do have to have editable regions set up. If you do not know how to do that, let me go ahead and show you real quick. You just place your cursor where you want the editable region, go to Insert, Template Objects, and select Editable Region, give it a name, and click OK. So anything you put in here is going to be part of an editable region, and it can be used in context editing as long as your template is set up correctly. Here's the same template in use on the website. This content here is actually the page content, and then here you have our 3 divs of content that we're going to use to demonstrate in-context editing. And here's how the same page looks inside the in-context editor. You have dashed lines around the editable content, and you can see we have a separate dashed line for the page content, and then we have a separate dashed line for our 3 boxes that are actually part of the template. And remember that these are actually 2 different editable regions. The first one has 1 item, the second one has 2 items. A few minutes ago I said you had to have editable regions set up in your page for in-context editing to work, and that's not exactly true. It's only true if you want to limit editing to certain parts of your page, and you have certain parts of your template, and you have certain parts of your template that you do not want the customer to be able to enable. So for example, if I wanted to allow this top div and the bottom div to be editable and not the middle div, then that's when I need to use editable regions. And then another note, these editable regions do not have to be next to each other like I have them here. You could have one in a sidebar, one could be in the footer. It can be set up any way you want. I just put 2 different ones on here just to show that it works however many you have. So what we're going to do to allow only the top and bottom to be editable is we are going to insert our in-context editing editable region now. So we're going to select this first div here and go to Insert, In-Context Editing, Create Editable Region. Then we're going to do the same thing here for the bottom one. And so what we've just done by saying this and this are editable, this one will no longer be editable. So here you can see it works as expected. We have an editable region here, editable here. This is not editable. And then also notice that the main content area remains editable, and it always will. Next, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the capabilities of in-context editing. The main thing that the client's not going to be able to do is add HTML code. To add HTML code, things like YouTube videos or any embed code, analytics, social media buttons, any of that stuff will need to be done through their normal admin panel. And by admin panel I mean this standard admin area they would log into if they're editing web pages, web templates, content holders, any of that stuff. So back here to in-context editing, you see when I click in here that this T is selected by default, and that is what is selected to get text, the text toolbar. So you can see here everything up here is related to editing text. So they can edit style here, which is allowing them to add a class. They can also set the font size, bold, italic, underline, alignment, bulleted list, or ordered list, indent, outdent, and over here you have some more options for paragraph formatting, font color, and highlight color. If they want to work with images, they're going to click this little image right here, this little image icon, and they have the choice to add images from the internet using a URL from their computer or from this site, which would open up an image browser. And then lastly, they can insert links just by highlighting text. They can link to an external web page, a document from this site, a page in this site, or an email address. And depending on what they select here, this the manager is going to pop up related to that option. Once the edits are finished, down here they have a save button, save and publish, or discard. So save is going to save a draft, a working copy. Save and publish is going to publish their changes live to the web. And discard is just going to discard these changes and take them back to the page as it was before they began editing.